first want to ask you about your new, D pair. How has he been fitting in with the team so well through 2 games, and just what about his game complements yours?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously, we got the size. I think that helps, and keep it simple. We know our role, and so far through a couple games, I like what we've been doing. For me, it's a lot of communication. Just try to talk, and whenever you're playing with someone new, it's getting comfortable, learning tendencies, stuff like that. But he's played a lot of games, so it's been pretty simple transition.
I feel like Patrick Waugh has tasked you with playing with a lot of newer guys, whether that be Matthew Schaefer beginning of the year or Bridgeport call-ups with defensemen and new guys with Susie. Just what is it about your style that makes guys feel more comfortable, and just how do you approach a guy that's new to the locker room?
I think each guy is different. Obviously, with Schaefer, you got an 18-year-old kid, first NHL game, stuff like that. But pretty quick with him, you saw what he could do. So, you try to compliment them as much as you can and just make their job easier. For me, it's communication, it's talking, keeping it simple, knowing my role. But each guy's different, so you kind of see how they play, and then you find out tendencies and kind of how you gel together. So it's definitely been a little bit of a challenge some of the games. A lot of different partners, a lot of moving parts, but it's been pretty good too.
Speaking of Schaefer, he says that he bothers you a lot with game pigeon games on your phone. Just who wins most of those contests, and what kind of games do you play?
If we play a word game, I don't think he's beaten me once. If we play like just a chance luck game, sometimes he wins because it's just chance and luck. So that kind of says it all right there.
Which word game is your favorite? Like, what's your?
Honestly, I didn't even know what these games were. I didn't know until he sent me one. Yeah, it's the one that you click how many words you can find in all the letters. I don't know what it's called.
I just want to ask about the other new Islander and Andre Palat. How has he been gelling with the team, and also just having 2 veteran guys? How does that? I mean, of course, every game is so important, especially down the stretch. But those guys who have that experience when they come in, what kind of effect does that have in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been huge. Whenever you can get guys that have experience, even the playoff experience, we knew Pally a lot in playing for Tampa, a couple of those tough series, and whenever you get guys that have the experience, have the games played. It makes it a little bit easier, the transition coming in. They've seen a lot of different styles of hockey. They've seen, they know guys around the league, stuff like that. So it's definitely been an easy transition and going good.
And finally, I saw on Emily's Instagram that your son saw his first Islander game. Just what was that moment like? I mean, I bet you've always imagined looking at your kid through the glass there, but just how special was that night?
Yeah, I mean, it's it's hard to put into words almost. It's really special. It was just cool seeing him, and obviously. He was asleep the whole time, but no, it's fun to get some pictures, some videos of it, and it was really fun.
Are you guys getting any sleep these days?
Yeah, he's actually doing really well. He sleeps at night. Sometimes during the day he's a little iffy, but no, it's been a lot of fun. We're enjoying every second of it.
Few line changes this morning. You're playing with Simon Holmstrom. I can't remember, have you played together, and just what's it like? I know you guys are close friends, but playing with him on a line, what do you expect?
I don't think we have. Throughout the season, we haven't played together that much. Obviously he's a real skilled player. I think he's underrated in like his 200-feet game. I think he's obviously really skilled. He can create plays out of nowhere, but he's really good at defending as well. He's winning pucks back, which is important when you want to create offense. I'm looking forward to it.
He had 3-point night, obviously, last Wednesday, but you mentioned the things like away from the puck, the things that maybe go unnoticed. Just how much of a game changer can he be in games where maybe it's tight late in the third period where you're holding on to a lead? What difference does he make there?
A lot, obviously. Yeah, he's like I said, the skill he has with the puck, but obviously he can win pucks back and make really good plays off that. So lucky to be playing with him, and I think we can create some offense together with Drew as well.
I want to ask you about the 2 new guys in this locker room, Andre Palat and Carson Soucy. Just how do they change the team in terms of their veteran presence and just the experience that will help you guys down the stretch?
Yeah, it's a lot of experience that we brought in. Great guys as well. Like, it's been really easy for them to come into the group, and we try to welcome them as best as we can, and I think they've done a really good job coming into the group and playing really well as well.
And of course, every game here on out is so crucial with the standings being so tight. 3 Metropolitan Division opponents until the break. Just what's the mindset into those bigger games, kind of 4-point contest for you guys, and just starting off with the Capitals tonight?
It's those games that you want to play. It's a lot on the line, and it's playoff games already now. So it's 3 really big games, and got to take it one by one and start with the Caps today.
What is it about this Capitals team that makes them maybe tough to play against, or what do they bring, and what do you expect tonight?
Well, obviously they got some real skill forward and can put the pucks in the net. And I think we got to bring back our defensive details a little bit and got to keep playing the full ice out there and win pucks back and score some goals.
So of course, a few line changes today. You being elevated to a line with Drouin and Heineman there. Just what do you expect to play with those guys, and how does your game kind of complement theirs?
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Played a lot with Drew before, and I think we had some good chemistry and a couple of really good games. And first time playing with Heine this year, which is it's going to be a lot of fun.
I was going to say, I think first time playing with Heineman. Just I know you guys are such close friends off the ice. How do you think that chemistry can translate on the ice?
No, I think it's going to be good. I think he's very hard on forecheck. He's got a hell of a shot, like everyone knows, and I think it's up to me and to Drew and try to find him and get him in the right spots to get that shot off.
I know going to Drew, I know this goal scoring's not there. He said it, but what little things does he do so well that help you guys out?
No, I think he's so smart out there. He's he's been in this league for forever, so he's got a lot of experience. He knows how to play the game, and I think me and him has built very good chemistry as well when we played with Pedro before, and we just got to keep building on it, and it's going to be interesting to see tonight.
Just what's the key to as a team overall a better defensive performance tonight against the Capitals?
Yeah, no, it's going to be important. They have a lot of skill. They're a very offensive team, and we got to shut them down and try to translate it into some offense as well and put the puck in the net.
Three huge games this week before the Olympic break, all in the division. Just what's the mindset? Of course, every game is so crucial here on out, but just when those games matter so much, almost a 4-point contest. Just what's the overall mentality from your team?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like you said, 4-point game, and we know what's on stake here, and we just got to treat it like a playoff game and take it from there and go out and play hard every shift, and one shift at a time, and see what happens.
When you just miss on some of those chances that you've had, does that sort of like an enticement that the next one's going to go in, or is it like, oh my God, I can't believe
a bit of both?
Not going in?
Yeah, a bit of both. At the moment, you're mad it's not going in, but I've said this before for a couple of weeks now. Obviously, not producing the way I wanted to this year, and but yeah, you got to look at the positive. You're getting chances, you're getting looks, and when those looks go away, that's when you start worrying a little bit.
I just wanted to ask you about the new line. Of course, you're shifting to center. When in your career, I know you mentioned before that you have played center in your career. When was that, and just how comfortable do you feel being back at center tonight?
Yeah, obviously I played quite a bit of center in a way here with a lot of face-offs. You got to play center for quite a bit of time if you're taking the draws, and I played in Montreal center, I played in junior center, so I'm used to the position. Yeah, it's just about those little details are a little different as a winger, and you got to focus on those.
I know how important faceoffs are when it comes to the difference between playing wing versus center. Is there any other differences to tell me about in terms of just positioning on the ice and overall mentality when you're at the center position?
Yeah, you're more free in a way. It's hard to explain. As a winger, you're on your wall, you're watching your defenseman, you make sure no one comes in that area a little bit. As a center, you got to read both sides. Sometimes the puck's going to go left or right, so you got to be ready to go on either side. But yeah, I would say it's more free-flowing than being a little winger.
You touched on taking some draws this season. What's the key to a good face-off win, and also just have you taken tips from guys like Pager and Zizekas?
Sure. Pager's a hell of a guy. Hell of a face-off ball is a good centerman. So you look at those guys, and I look around the league. I watch a lot of hockey. But yeah, some nights, you're playing good centermen, so it's 50-50 out there. And but yeah, no, those things are important, especially at this time of the year. Face-offs are very important.
I know that you've played with Simon before. I believe you played with Emil Heineman as well. What it is about their games that complement yours, and what do you expect to achieve as a trio tonight?
Yeah, Heine's a hell of a forechecker. Obviously, everyone knows he's got a great shot. And Homer's very good at protecting the puck and holding on to him and making plays. So should be a good line tonight, and it's a big game.
Watching skate and just kind of the jumbling of the lines, and have you take us through, if you don't mind, line by line, what you think that group can do and why you think they're a good fit together?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to repeat myself for I don't know how many times, but we're going to try different things. And today is another example. We're going to put Palat with Orvat and Barzal. Very simple. we feel like Pala is a really good fit for these two guys. He's a guy that will go to the net, a guy that works really hard. I mean, every time, as soon as he put one skate on the ice till he leaves the ice. Bo is really good on face-off. Been playing really good defensively, offensively. I think that will allow Barzy to focus on his offense and less responsibility maybe on face-off and the D zone. So we think that's going to help his game. Drouin is going to be center with Heine and Omer, and Drouin's been playing really well. He's been really good on face-off. He's over 50. He's around 54% on face-off. I think that'd give us a good face-off guy. He's been playing really well as a centerman when we put him against Columbus. And I was very curious to try Simon and Heine together. Anthony Duclair with Pager when they were in Ottawa. They play really well together. We feel like that could be a good fit for them. And obviously, I mean, our fourth line, the line with Casey, I mean, they've been playing really well. So, I mean, they've been giving us some really good hockey.
When you look at just the schedule in general and the amount of games that you
Yes.
guys have played, is keeping it fresh and trying different things, is that also something that could help keep it fun and fresh?
Yeah, very good. Very good question. I agree with that. We play 8 games in 13 days, something like this. Sometimes just create a bit of a spark. And obviously, I mean, we understand that tonight is an important game. We are 4 points behind us. And yes, we have a game at hand, but still, it's a 4-point game. They're all going to be 4-point game till the end, I mean, till the Olympic break. So all these games going to be important. And like you said, I mean, create a little bit of excitement. I mean, trying different things. I mean, it's sometimes it's much needed. And the position that we are in, I mean, we put ourselves in a good position, and I think it allows us to try different things as well.
With the back-to-back, I figured you were going to have to split up the goalies. What goes into deciding who gets which game? You know, Ritter.
Sergey.
Yeah.
We. I mean, don't get me wrong. That was a tough one because Ilya was so good here in Washington. I mean, the beginning of the season was probably one of his better game, but you know, they're both good teams, Washington and Pittsburgh. So I mean, sometimes you just go with the feeling, the goalie coach feeling is, and we decided to go with David tonight and tomorrow with Ilya.
I know you changed up the power play units as well. Just
Yes.
what was the thought there?
We did. It's a big word when you say changing. We just put Barzy on that unit. That's all pretty much what we did. Sometimes you just feel like we didn't like our last 2 games, the way our entries or the possession, the chances. We didn't generate as much chances that we thought. So putting Bo and Barzy together, I mean, hopefully that will help. I mean, when I was in Colorado, we separated Duchesne and McKinnon. Went well for a period of time, and then we put them back together at some point. So, I mean, and you're looking around the league, I mean, there's a lot of teams that does that, and then eventually they go back to the – so, you know, our power play was rolling really well with Barzy and Anthony Duclair. They score goals against Seattle. They score goals in Edmonton, and key goals, and I thought that was worth it to keep trying. And obviously, I mean, the last couple of games, I mean, makes us think that it's, but again, that could change during the game.
You had relatively even playing time between the 2 units the last couple games.
Yes.
The unit with Barzal and Horvat, is that going to probably take the bulk of the minutes here?
Yeah, it probably will happen. But if they work hard and they do the right things, I mean, maybe a minute will be enough, and hopefully that the power play ends before 15, 20 seconds because we score a goal, isn't it?